So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Hot Talk, coming to you on Tuesdays and Thursdays from Kuala Lumpur at 10 p.m. And tonight we have with us Suzy, who is an expert with pets, especially dogs. Or she started with dogs, but I hear now she's got a pet store that will, well, correct me if I'm wrong, Suzy. You can help people with pets that have fur and pets that don't have fur, right?
Yeah, but my forte
So,
is pets with fur.
okay,
Yeah.
maybe Suzy, tell us what's the difference between pets with fur and pets without fur. Let's get it out of the way first, that question.
Um, from my point, of course, I don't have kids, right? So to me, the difference is the major difference is from what I see, comparing my lifestyle with friends that have kids. The having pets, sometimes I get this feeling that it's more enjoyable to have fur kids because they do not talk back. You don't have the
Oh,
part where they where they would have opinions or you can hear them talk back or like ask like why. Yeah, that's the major difference that I see. But in terms of, let's say, caring, grooming, tending to their needs like food or cleaning them, that one is pretty much the same. It's just whether it's species appropriate or not. Species appropriate.
don't the kids cooperate a little bit more when taking the bath, or is it the same drama with pets and kids and children?
Pretty much this. Actually, it's quite a spectrum. There are some dogs or puppies that they will throw a tantrum. There are some who doesn't. So it's still quite individualistic, I would say. So
Mm.
yes, in terms of the bathing part, yeah.
Well,
Maybe,
yeah, go ahead.
maybe, maybe bathing your puppy would be more like if your puppy decides to throw a tantrum, maybe you will hurt more because it has claws and teeth.
Wow.
Maybe, yeah.
So the fur kid may be more challenging than children.
Yes, it can be. It can be.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's one big contrast. Do you have people say that I'm happy with my fur kids, I don't really want children, like
Oh,
it becomes a substitute? Is that something
oh,
you come across?
many, many. So I have mostly clienteles that have only fur kids, or they have kids, then they have pets. So the ones with just the fur kids actually makes up about 70% of my clientele. And they are kind of like they already settled down and they don't want kids. And then they have
Oh,
already, and I've spoke to them before, and then they said, they throw me back the question, tell me that, give me an example or tell me how I don't have to spend $1 million to raise a kid. So the solution is I have a dog.
oh my goodness. Is it about money?
Yeah, mostly it's about money because my clientels are, because we have pets, right, in a Muslim country, so mostly are Chinese.
Hmm.
So and then they are like maybe in their late 30s, almost 40s. They are married, but they don't have kids. But then they always talk about um they always compare having kids, and then also of course with they tell me that their family members would ask them, you guys are already married, why don't you guys have kids, what are
Hmm.
the plans to have kids, that.
Hmm.
So it's a topic that they discuss a lot among themselves.
Hmm.
Yeah,
It
so
sounds as
I
if some
tell
of them look on people with children and said, "Oh, poor people, they would have been better off with just fur kids," right? It sounds like your clients are like that.
yeah, I think they kind of do that because these clients that speak to me about this kind of topics, they've already become like close friends, and they always compare their lifestyle with their folks that have kids, like maybe their school friends or their group of friends that are already also married, but they have kids instead of Furkids. Yeah. So then they go through the topic a lot, but largely it's about money, because when it comes to the difference with having children and Furkids would be in terms of the expenses would be on average. I'll just give examples here lah. On average, let's say if you have one dog, and then diet wise, maybe you'll spend about 300-400, and then supplements maybe another 200. And then maybe let's say grooming, it's another 150. Say, let's say just to cover the basic needs, and then you have maybe like 400 or 500 to play around with what you want to buy for fun for your dog, like maybe like toys or more clothes, or better shampoo. So it's still around the 1,000 to 1,005 range compared to a child.
A few thousand for
Yeah, a
kids.
few thousand at minimum. And then another big difference would be actually they don't actually put into expense training expenses, if I were to be honest. So education part,
Right.
quite a lot of owners, it's never come into their mind that, oh, my dog needs education. It's only very recent, maybe in this 7 to 8 years, that you start seeing people wanting education for their pets, and people talking about education for their pet. Yeah, but on average, it's still not a topic that they like, oh, I want a pet, but I put inside education as one of it. I think
KH is
breaking on.
Yeah, it does feels that having a Furkids is really
internet connection is a bit bad.
Maybe you put a dog next to you, it gets better. Put a dog, like half the dog or something.
Wong Hei, is it Wong Hei?
Yeah. Do you ever ask?
Yeah, I think it's really the internet issue that is really lacking.
Do you ever? Yeah. Am I back online?
Yes, you are.
Yes, but it's a bit choppy.
Do you think about what about old age when you don't have children to accompany you?
That's another. I think it's a quite. I've heard conversations of them going like, no, you need to have kids, because then when you're old, then your kids can take care of you. So I think that's where it comes from, that kind of topic. But then they don't emphasize on old age so much when they like. It's not really a topic that they actually emphasize on, because I don't know, they don't focus on getting old, because they always say that their dogs they would outlive their dogs anyway. So it's kind of like, never mind lah, I think later. It's another like a 30-year thing or a 40-year thing. Yeah. But I have, this is just for sharing experiences. I've seen couples that are retired maybe in their late 60s or 70s. They also enjoy having a dog, because it's like it's another living thing for them to take care of. And then it's always, because I used to work at a vet, right? So I always see this like a few of these retired couples, they will bring in their dog like every once in a while, just to check on their dog and then see what more that they can do for their dog in terms of health or in terms of activity. So it's very cute. Like, it gives them another reason to just come out of the house. Yeah, so it's quite cute. Yeah. And then I think it somehow has the effect that they would want to take care of themselves better for the kids, for the fur kid. I think this would apply to kids as well. It's not to say just fur kid parents does this, but it's more obvious. Yeah.
But it's not your job to tell them what to do, right? To have children.
Oh, you mean children or like fur kids? Like, is it the
Well, not your
parents' job?
not your job to be like the auntie and uncle and say, why don't you have kids? What about your old age and all that? That's bad for your business.
No. That will chase away. That will chase away my
Your customer.
customers. Yeah, that will chase away my customers because
Yeah.
I wouldn't ask myself that question. Yeah, it's not a question that I'll ask myself. So I'm like, no, we don't go that way. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, yeah. But
So, go
yeah.
ahead. Hmm.
So so apart from this part where Furkids just bring joys into people's lives, they of course they also do bring a lot of they can and do bring quite some frustrations also, because from what I observed is that we are dealing with two different species under a roof, right?
Right.
So there's a lot of misunderstanding that leads to miscommunication, and then it has frustrations. Even the pets will develop frustration. That is how bad behaviors
Oh,
bad behaviors are seen as. I mean, that is how they deal with their frustrations or their needs that are not met.
so you're saying bad behavior is a sign of something, right?
Yeah, it's a sign of a need that is not met.
Oh,
Quite
okay.
similar to children. Yeah, like
So it's,
not enough attention or quality time, that sort of thing. Is he breaking off again? Yeah.
no, I can hear you. I can
Can
hear
you hear me?
you.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Just
Yeah. So you just carry on. Even if I fade, then Peggy will take over.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah. So so the behavior of kids and fur kids, let's say, so they reflect on the performance of the owners, right?
Largely so, yeah. Because I used to not believe this. Because I have been a trainer for 7 years, right? So when I first started off 2 years, when I was just in the industry for 2 years, I don't believe this sort of thing. Then to me it's just behavioral wise, or the dog is just being a dog, right? So then as I go along and I go along training the dogs first, and then after a while the training wouldn't last. Like maybe it would last, like after we finish our last session, right? Maybe it would last for 1 month or 2 months. And then maybe the owner will contact me again in a few weeks and say like, hey, my dog is starting to dig in the garden again, or start barking without reason again, or like biting my furniture and stuff. So then I slowly moved to training the owners and also the pets, like train them both. So slowly the solutions that I give to owners are usually on how to manage their dog's energy levels better. Maybe provide more exercise, or maybe provide more exploration, or maybe provide things to do that can actually stimulate their mind and maybe clear off some frustrations. So then it gives the owners this fun thing to also do with their pets, not just, oh, I need to raise my voice at my dog and be firm at my dog. I need to say that my dog, I need to tell my dog, no, you can't do that. No, you can't do this. Then that's where I notice the owners also has lesser and lesser frustration towards their dogs, because the dog is also having lesser and lesser frustration because it's more individualistic, the kind of activities the owners do with their dogs. I think
Well,
we kind of sort of achieve that kind of balance there. Yeah, the
I
balance between
remember,
the owners.
yeah,
Yeah.
I remember we were talking 2 years ago or more
Yeah.
about I remember saying to you, Suzy, I read in a book somewhere that we have a dog training book, but actually we are training the owner, and I think you agreed with me, right?
Yes. So training owners is not something scary. Like a lot of times, like most, I get 50-50 lah. Some clients they go like, huh? You need to train me also, Or some they come and ask, are you gonna be training me or just the dog? All right. So training owners is not like a scary thing. It's actually just something like giving you advice or coaching on how to deal with your dog when your dog misbehave, or when your dog is behaving, what to do. It's just like providing guidance and direction, I would say, on what is yes, what is no, what is good, bad, black and white. So the owner is not so stressed because a lot of owners, when they first get a dog, it's unexpected. They're like, oh my God, why my dog like that? Like they don't understand at all. Like why does my dog bark few hours in the night? Or why does my dog would see other dogs who want to go and pull and pull and pull? Like it's stressful for them. Yeah. So they never thought about the stressful part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Suzy, have you mastered the art of training the owner without them knowing you're training them?
I think they will need a third party to come and like sit down and look. I somehow feel that I have, because I always go in like as in a conversation. I don't try to say like or blame them that they are not doing enough. I would say like, maybe you can try. They will complain. They will complain like, my dog don't listen he got attitude one, he see mood one. Sometimes he listen sometimes he don't listen and then I don't know I think it's like this. So I would say, okay, let's say how frequent does your dog do this behavior? Then I will try to understand, because each household, the way they spend time with their dog, or the way the kind of availability they have with their dog is different. And then maybe their job is kind of different, there is also occupational hazard. Like let's say, I've seen, let me recall if I have any examples. Most common one is, let's say they want their dog, because they are a very social person. They will ask me, my dog don't like other dogs one. I want her or him to make friends. Where can no friends one? They're a very social person, or they're in an industry where they need to be very social. So then they would get, and it's very funny, they would get a dog that is total opposite. That is like, no, I like my space. I'm selective,
Okay.
Yeah. So I always tell them that you have pets that come into your life for a reason. Maybe your pet is the reason that you need to know how to find balance. Like you're very social, yes, but sometimes maybe certain days of the week you need to take a break or something, and just spend time with your pets, like just be alone or just for yourself. So yeah, it's very funny. Yeah.
So you're saying pets come into your life for a reason, just like all those personal improvement people say. People come into your life for a reason, because you have a lesson to learn and stuff like that. Is that true?
Yeah, but of course I don't say that in the first lesson. I say that in the first lesson, they go like, you quack. you know. But yeah, it's always like because I approach the kind of training like in terms of layer. At first, we just work on the dog's behavior. Like let's say I will always ask them like the 3 most important thing that you want to solve first. Is it toilet training? Is it destructive behavior? Like give me 3 first. We work on that one first, and then once we see a certain level of improvement, then we go to another 3. Yeah. So usually around the halfway through the lesson, maybe 50% of progress, 3rd lesson or 4th lesson, yeah, I will go into that part where especially because those are the problems that we don't make progress from the 1st lesson to the 3rd lesson.
Right.
And then on my part, I would want to go in deeper and start to see what is missing or what is the owner struggling with, that maybe I say that, okay, when your dog barks or when he barks at other dogs, you have to maybe firmly say, hey, no, stop it, you know. And then maybe some owners, they struggle with conveying that to the dog, because from results would be, I can do it, the dog would stop when I say that, and then when the owners do it, the dog doesn't stop. The owner has like a struggle. Yeah.
Interesting.
So, yeah. so then I would then ask them, does this happen often? Like even at home, when you demand certain things, or when you want to put down a certain, put your foot down in terms of authority or something like that, a person of authority, do you struggle with that? And then they go like, yeah, I would think so. And then we slowly go in.
Well, that's where you're definitely training the owner, lor.
Yeah.
How much do pets well, I don't know what experience you have of children, but do you see a parallel that children and pets reflect on the parents and the owner?
Because I have like previously I mentioned in the beginning, was that I have like half of my clients that have kids first, and then they have dogs, right? Yeah. I would say they largely reflect on the performance of the parents. Yeah. So of course, this is also based on experience. I used to not think it's related, but over the years, like those dogs that are more complex and harder to solve, like on average, maybe I would spend 1 month on a dog that has similar problems, like walking on leash, no control, that kind of thing. But certain dogs, maybe I need to spend like 3 months doing that. So those kind, I've come to observe that sometimes they are either more neglected, or they are less attended to at home, or they live in a household with many family members. And information is conflicting. Like the grandparents say this, the parents say this, then maybe the auntie says another thing, and then maybe you have the kakak that that like ayo kesian lah, tapa lah, you know. And then everything just would fall apart easily.
So it can be as confusing for the pets as it would be for children with so many people around the house, right?
Yes.
And
I would, how you want to test this? I can invite you to just go to maybe a friend or something, or relative's house, and then you see the dog would behave differently, maybe with the husband.
Yes, yeah.
With the wife, and then would behave differently with the kids. Yeah. So it does. It's similar. It's just like, I think in terms of this, the fur kids, except the fur kids don't talk. Humans can talk, right? But the intention is still the same.
But children is the same. They are a different child with different people around the house, you know.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've heard a friend, like they said she has she has a toddler. She doesn't have a dog, but she said like she said, oh, my toddler very smart. She knows how to go to Gong there and ask for
Yeah.
iPad. I don't give iPad to her, you know. So, but of course, our dogs don't know how to use iPad, but they know how to ask for food, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So dogs also learn how to play politics, huh?
Hey, they're pretty smart with that, you know. I would
Yeah.
say they are opportunists. It's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
It's not a bad thing. But they have, that means they have the ability to actually also dissect information, and they have like the ability to learn patterns. Like if I do this, I do A, I get B, and when I get B, I do C, I get D, you know, like that. They piece the puzzle together.
So there's a lot of intelligence there.
Oh, a lot.
How do you see the benefits of having pets?
What kind of benefits that you're talking about?
I don't know. Comparing someone without a pet and someone with a pet, do you see what's the difference, or what's the difference you see?
Okay, because this one have to come from my personal point of view, because mostly I still have personal friends that don't have dogs.
Right.
And then mostly the friends that have already has dogs, they were actually my clients before, so we always end up being friends. So I would say let's start with the friends that have dogs first. Their dogs, they always tell me that their dogs change their life. And this one, no, I coach them on, no, I tell them that your dog come to your life for a reason. Okay. They are the ones that tell me that their dogs change their life, because I have cases where they will work on their temper for their pets. I have cases where they change job, change to a job that allows dogs, just so that they don't have to leave their dog at home.
Right.
They feel that strong sense of guilt that they are not doing enough for their pets. So if but I always look at it in a positive note, where it gives them a reason to be a better person, whatever the reason may be, or whatever person that they want to become. Yeah, so it does give them a reason that maybe just to change some kind of habits that are healthier, you know, or maybe just have more activities during the weekend. That's something that they can do together. I think companionship, it changes them, I would say, inside and out. So for the friends that don't have dogs, this one I don't know, it would sound like I'm talking behind their back, it? So I'm not gonna name any names here. Personally, I feel, of course, coming from a dog trainer, I always think that if they have a pet, it would be better. It would make them become better, I suppose, because the dogs, I mean the friends that don't have dogs, they would always still talk about how their life is not the way that they want it to be. They're still doing the same job under the same boss. They're still maybe earning the same kind of income, because I have friends that have a dog. Just within 2 years, they want to start a business just to have more income for their dogs. To have more fun, more happiness to provide.
That's very interesting. That's very interesting.
Yeah.
Effectively, what you're saying is that having a pet enriches the life, and not only that, it opens up possibilities where there may not be. Which is not to say that your friends without pets are not.
I'm not like not living. Yeah, I know. I get.
No. Yeah.
Yeah. So there is quite a huge difference there. There is quite a huge difference.
Wow.
But then again, these friends that don't have dogs.
Let me ask you another question.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Like I wouldn't say these friends that don't have dogs are not open to having dogs is that they have
Mm.
maybe they're staying with their family members, and their family members either have sensitivity to maybe pet fur or cleanliness, so then they don't want to have a dog. But
Mm.
if they were to move out and have a place of their own, a dog is always the first thing that they want to get.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about what would you say to parents when their children kind of want to have a pet? You know, because sometimes uh because children will want to have a pet, that goes without
Yes.
saying.
Yes.
And what do you say to the parents? Because sometimes the parents look at it and say, yeah, you want a pet, but I'm the one who's going to be lumbered with the job, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna one that's gonna be doing the cleaning, huh? Then they will go like,
Yeah.
no, you do the cleaning. This is your dog. You're supposed to be doing the cleaning. You wanted the dog, so you do the cleaning. This, that. But yeah, so I have like from a single kid, like a family with a small kid, to families with teenagers or families to young adults.
Right.
I always say, yes, go ahead and get a dog, but you need to be prepared that yes, you will need to be the one picking up after your dog,
Mm.
depending
After
on
your
the
kids, you mean?
yeah after after your kids and the fur kids, somehow when you just
Yeah,
invite
after your kids don't pick up after the dog,
Yeah,
you have to pick
yeah.
up after your kids. Yeah.
yes
Okay.
so they
Generally, you would encourage it, huh? You encourage
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
I would encourage it, but I would also honestly ask them if there is a lot of things on their plate already,
Mm.
if it is something that they want to consider, because yes, you can have a dog, yes, but they always
Mm.
prefer a puppy. So I would say, okay, puppy you can, but it's like raising another child. You will go through the infant stage, you'll go through teenage phase, you'll go through, something like children where you go through terrible two, you know, because raising a puppy for the first 2 years, it's a roller coaster ride.
Yeah. Mm.
Yeah, it's the same as raising the child up to five years old, I think.
Mm.
Yeah. So, but I encourage them, but also let's say their kids are already maybe past 9 years old or 8, 9 years old. I would even encourage more. But if their kid is 5 and below, I encourage them getting a dog instead of puppy. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because dogs, they have already passed the stage where they need to explore, need to create their own identity, because puppies, they are a blank slate, right? They are learning also what kind of dogs they want to be, or what kind of preferences they like to do. Do they like to dig? Do they like to chew? Are they vocal? Are they not vocal? So, but like for, let's say you get a dog that is 2 years old or 3 years old and above, you get what you see is what you get.
Mm.
Yeah,
Right.
most of the time, yes.
Okay. I'm going to pause here and let Peggy make a couple of announcements, and we come back to you, Suzy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold that thought. Yes.
Yeah, before I make any announcement, I'd like to acknowledge Yvonne, that she also mentioned that she has a dog. And at home, my dog understood my firmness, but completely ignore my father, even when the one she spent more time is with my father.
Yeah, sometimes it's like that.
Yes, and Bain
Yeah.
also have commented that kids are baby goats or lamb. I kid you not. And fur kids are kiddo, Sasquatch, or Bigfoot. Fur kids are usually feline in nature. Big cats includes. Yeah. That's a very good
You can trust Bain to clarify the definitions.
Baby goat, I kid you not.
Yes. And yes, next will be a couple of announcements that We are welcoming everyone to come to our open day, Hard Knocks open day at Jayawan PJ. It is at this Saturday, 3 to 5 p.m. So come by Jayawan, we are level P1. And come experience the community, come experience the atmosphere, and come for the dragon dance, because KH has claimed that he has not seen dragon dance at all in his life. He's elder than me. Decades ahead than me, but he has not. But if you are nearby, come and drop to Jayawan and see us. Say hi to KH physically. Say hi to me physically.
I'll be
And
there also. You want to ask me questions
see.
about dogs?
Oh yeah, and
Yes.
Jayawan is
Yeah,
a pet-friendly place, right?
yes, it is.
So bring your
I
pets.
do a lot of training there.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
So that's
Yes.
Saturday. Yes,
Yes,
Peggy.
Saturday.
Yes, come by. And the second also would be like, if you are experiencing and really love how the conversation taken place with KH and Suzy, come with us physically as well in a coaching evening. We have it every Monday. So if you have a thought of what is coaching and how it can benefit you, just come over. Also the same space, level 1, Jayawan in Hard Knocks. So I'm done, so I can get back to you, KH.
Thank you. Thank you. So Suzy, coaching, and I think that's what you do with owners, I think, so that they don't feel that you are training them as such, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Somehow,
So
it has slowly become
yes.
coaching. Yes.
So in closing, let's see. Maybe let's hear from you what you feel is important about people having pets. Should they have pets? I know you major on dogs, but then there are other pets like I have 3 cats, so it's a very different experience. I used to have dogs. Cats are very different,
Ah,
you
yes,
know.
yes, yes.
So generally, what do you feel strongly about having pets, not just dogs, but pets generally, and how that relates to family and children? I'll give you the last word tonight.
I would say that whatever kind of pets that you bring into your household, I think leadership is a big one. In terms of leadership, in terms of going out of your way, maybe to understanding your pets. Whether it's a cat or a dog, or maybe a pet without fur. Could be a lizard or a snake. It's to understand how they work and how they see things. So let's say a dog and a cat is the most common type of pets. So over the years, right, and centuries, they already, from an outside animal, they come into our household. They are very in tune with our way of life. So when it comes to way of life, we as humans, we have jobs, we have worries, we have entertainments and all that. So much so that nowadays our pets, the modern ones, they also need to have their kind of entertainment. So what we say, like, species appropriate enrichment, or another word for it is entertainment. So the leadership is not just about how you are the person that is responsible for everything in the house, not in terms of the human kind of leadership. Would be the part where you have to step up and like show your dog, like, hey, since I invited you into my house, this is how we're gonna live. Okay, so there's rules, like, okay, the kitchen is a no, the couch is a no. Man, every twice a day I bring you out for your walk, for you to sniff for you to use your nose to sniff, to explore things, to also step up and understand, like, how your pet, like, our pets are always devoted to us. How you also step up to devote to them. Like, there's a balance there. It's not just you keep your pet limited in the house, and then you come home, you do your thing outside, you work, you have your entertainment, and then you come home, they would just behave normally or function normally in the house.
Hmm.
So yeah, so leadership is, I would say, a very big part. But the notion that we have to be the leader that is like bossy, controlling, no, not that kind.
Hmm.
Yeah, but the leadership that's more creative and
Hmm.
understanding, that part.
Hmm.
I think that part is more fun, the more fun kind of leadership than
Hmm.
the
Hmm.
old-fashioned leadership. Yeah,
Okay. Hmm.
because from where I was trained, like 7 years ago, I was taught the old school way, and
Right.
then slowly I move on to the current way, the modern way, and then it works better. It more long term, but then it works better. It take more time. Yeah.
Would you say that the difference between the old way and the modern way is actually education, understanding,
Yes.
kind of like
Yeah.
rather, yeah.
Yeah.
Um, and I mean, you need boundaries and structure for the pets and
Yes.
even for children,
Yes.
and yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
you provide that education, don't you?
yes, I do. Yeah.
Yeah.
I provide that kind of education and guidance for pet owners. Yeah.
Mm.
Because
Mm.
most pet owners they come to me, and then they always look at how their dogs is not behaving. Like they
Mm.
want their dogs to fit into a certain type of box.
Right.
Yeah, they want their
Mm.
dogs to fit like,
Mm.
if my dog would bark less, that would be better. If my dog would dig less, that would be
Mm.
better, you know. So but then I come from like, yeah, I understand that that is important for you, but then you also have to understand that your dog, it's normal for him to bark. He has a vocal
Yes.
cord. He has a functioning vocal cord. It's normal for them to bark, but we can look at how we can reduce the barking. Maybe teach
Mm.
him not to bark at
Mm.
unnecessary, you know. Then yeah, we talk about boundaries,
Mm.
right? Like a lot of people think that boundaries are physical boundaries. I have to buy a baby gate. I have to buy a fences. I have to buy physical boundaries. But when it comes to
Mm.
actually having a pet, boundaries is also about um, teaching your dog what is right and what is wrong. So they always come to tell me that they don't know
Behavior boundaries. Mm.
behavior boundaries. They don't know that their dogs don't know that they do wrong, because repetitively the dog will behave in a way, right? Like let's say
Mm.
they're not supposed to bite the couch, but for weeks and months they bite the couch.
Mm.
So that is just the results, right? Then we look at what the owners have done or have not done, right? So then I would ask
Right.
them this: if you want to teach your dog to identify what is wrong, then you also have to teach your dog how to identify what is right. If
Right.
if you
Mm.
don't teach your dog what is right, how would they know that
Mm.
what they are doing is wrong?
Right. Okay.
There's
Okay.
no black and white there. And then
Okay.
they go like,
Mm.
oh, yeah. And then they go,
A-
oh, yeah, I never thought about that before.
Place is what?
But
And
to be
maybe the
honest,
same go for
these are all I learned from
yeah.
the dogs, you know. I have to
Ah.
give credit to the dogs.
And maybe the same applies for children. So it's kind of like yeah, okay. Enough, because we could go on all night, Suzy, on this one. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you are kind of like interested in pets, and also if your children want pets, well, I don't know anyone better than Suzy to consult on how you can get things done in a way that doesn't uh ruin your life, So we have put Suzy's contact in the comments, and we'll put the information on the Saturday event and the Monday event as well in the comments.
Mm.
So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for following us, and join me in thanking Suzy for a wonderful evening of fun and truth and insight.
Yes.
And thank you, Peggy, for running this so
Thank you,
well.
thank you.
And yeah.
No problem.
So
And a
Suzy,
shout out
thank you very much.
No
And
problem.
let's bid
to
good night to
Suzy.
our audience. Yeah, good
Yeah.
night.
Yes.
And a shout out
Good
from Kim
night.
to Suzy. She say, thank you, Suzy. Your passion for dogs is really amazing.
Yeah. Thanks,
Kim is
Maggie,
watching
for
you
having
right
this.
now.
And KH.
Okay,
Okay,
let's
See you guys
bye.
Saturday.
Good
Bye.
night.
Bye bye.